Okay, call your first witness, Mr. Capua.
Your Honor, judgment creditors call Holly Bone Martin to the witness stand, please.
All right, Ms. Bone, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, I swear.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before I examine this witness, Your Honor, would it be possible for Brian Martin to be sitting next to Ms. Bone? Because I don't know what's going on over there in the UK right now in that room, as far as if anyone else is present, if there
I'm
are any.
currently, sorry, I'm currently alone in this room, but if you want Brian Martin next to me, I can go and get him. He's in the other room right now, but that's if you want him. I'm completely okay with that.
I would prefer that, Your Honor, especially since the witness is accommodating.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Your Honor, the reason why I haven't shown my face is I'm not sure if this was, I don't have a tie.
That's fine.
That's okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's why I haven't shown. Do you want me to still go into the other room? Because I'm in actually another room with the door closed.
Mr. Capua, I don't really care, whatever you want to do.
I would prefer that Brian and Holly be sitting together, Your Honor, during my examination of her.
Okay.
Okay. She needs a what? You need to turn your volume up, Ms. Bone.
Oh, okay. Volume, let's see.
Mr. Capua, why don't you go ahead and proceed?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Bone, what's your date of birth?
My date of birth is the 27th of October, 1999.
What's Mr. Martin's date of birth?
I believe it's the 29th of August, 1984.
When were the two of you married?
We married, just one moment, just let him get by me. Okay. We married June 4th of 2019.
In your opinion, do you have a great marital relationship with Mr. Martin?
Yes, I would believe so.
Would you provide false testimony for Mr. Martin?
No.
When was the first time that you and Mr. Martin began communicating? What year?
I believe it was 2012.
How old were you when you began communicating with Mr. Martin?
And I think I was 12 years old. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
How old was Mr. Martin when you began communicating him with in 2012?
I don't really know. I can't answer that. I don't know.
Based upon your testimony, would you agree that Mr. Martin was approximately 27 years old when you began communicating with him in 2012?
Yes, I would think so.
When was the first time that you told your father that you were having online communications with Mr. Martin? What year?
Well, I actually don't really know. I kept my communications with my father. Like, I didn't tell him much of anything. He wasn't really interested in what I was doing with my sort of thing, because I spent most of my time in my bedroom. So he was more into working and doing what he wanted to do. He never actually was around me a lot, so I couldn't say.
Do you recall in your deposition, and I can pull it up if you need me to refresh your memory, that you stated, I told my father about Brian Martin when I was around 17 or 18 years old?
Well, like I said, I don't really remember. That would just be a guess, if anything.
Do you have any reason to believe that the statement when you told me regarding your in your deposition that you met him when you were around 17 or 18 years old was not true?
Well, I probably mentioned 17, 18 because that was around the time that I was considering on meeting him. So my dad would obviously need to know what I was up to, I suppose, but that's just a guess. That's probably why I possibly said 17 or 18.
Is it fair to say then that you had an online relationship with Mr. Martin from the time you were 12 years old up until approximately 17 to 18 years old?
Could you define a non-lying? I'm not so sure what that word means. I'm sorry.
All right. Would you agree that you had communications with Mr. Martin, whether it be online or FaceTime, from the time frame of when you were 12 to approximately 17 to 18 years old.
Yes, that would be correct. Yes.
Would it be true that the first time you physically saw Mr. Martin was around the summer of 2018?
Yes, that's correct.
In your opinion, is Mr. Martin an animator?
No, he's not.
Have you ever seen Mr. Martin animate any videos?
No, I've never seen Brian Martin animate any videos.
Is it your testimony in court today that you created the Futuristichub channel around October 25th, 2012?
Yes, that would be correct.
Is it your testimony today that you have created in totality all of the videos which have been uploaded on the Futuristichub channel?
Yes, that's correct.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to admit exhibit number 45. It's not one of the pre-admitted documents. It's basically a screenshot of the Futuristichub channel, which shows that it was created on October 25th, 2012.
Any objection? Mr. Dubose? Mr. Dubose, you need to turn your camera on. I'm not sure what you're doing.
I have no objection if that's what it is.
Number 45 is submitted.
Ms. Bowen, according to your testimony then that you created the Futuristichub channel when you were 12 years old, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Did the Futuristichub channel contain Minecraft videos that you and only you animated?
Yes, that's correct.
Is it also true that around the years 2013 and 2014 that you created Minecraft videos which would be considered pornographic?
Yes, that's correct.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to play a video, my exhibit number 37, which are some excerpts from Brian Martin regarding the ownership of the Futuristichub channel. It's like clips, 2 or 3 minutes of video clips.
Okay. Let me allow you to share screen. Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
allowed. I'm not able to share screen and I don't have that video. Okay, go ahead.
All right, we're playing it right now.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Futuristichub, or Hub, as most of you guys know it. If you subscribe to the channel, the Futuristichub channel, we're almost at 1 million subscribers right now, so that's exciting. I just want to let you guys know what you subscribe to. I do very cringe, very meme, very offensive, like Minecraft animations. I want to be, or I probably am right now, the most offensive Minecraft animator on YouTube. And you know, I've animated ever since I was a child. Just a heads up, if you guys are subscribing to the channel, the Futuristichub channel, it is offensive Minecraft animations, especially the one that I'm uploading today. It's pretty awkward. And about my Minecraft animation channel, I am an adult who enjoys Minecraft, and I enjoy animations, so yes, I'm a Minecraft animator on that channel, and I love to animate Minecraft. Now, I'm not saying I'm not cancer when it comes to my animations. I know they're cringy as hell, so I know that, trust me, I know. And I know I made Minecraft porn like 4 years ago as a joke. We've talked about this. What is going on, everyone? I just wanted to announce that this weekend I am uploading on the Futuristichub channel a full explanation on everything that everyone's been saying about me. And of course, you know, they thought that they can lie about me because, hey, you know what? I can't show my face on a Minecraft animation channel. Your support means everything to me. I uploaded a brand new animation yesterday, Aliens in Minecraft 2. What's going on, everyone? I just wanted to say that I'm just sitting here and I'm animating a new animation. And I'm just sitting here animating and I just don't feel it anymore. Hopefully the quality of this new animation is good, because it's an animation that I saved for 1 million subscribers. You want to know why I wanted to do Minecraft porn or Minecraft sex? A long time ago? Well, this is why I did it. And a lot of people are calling me a Minecraft porn animator or Minecraft sex director or something. And it's getting a little weird, okay? So if you guys are watching this, kind of dumb it down a little bit. The reason why I did it was because, well, number one, I love Minecraft, okay? And number two, I love animating. I want to animate something that no one would dare animate. And believe me, Minecraft isn't just for kids, it's also for adults. And because I'm the most offensive Minecraft animator on YouTube, I thought that that was just the perfect thing to do.
We actually have another person here, Futuristichub. He is the CEO of the YouTube channel Video Games and videogames.com. So Futuristichub, what do you have to say about Keemstar and his channel?
It was the nicest thing that he's ever said to me was when I created Video Games and Futuristic Hub in the same year. He told me, you know, you've got great content, you're a fantastic animator, you've got a lot of talent, you're gonna make a lot of money with what you're doing.
Okay, here we go. One more away. We did it. All right.
Hey everyone, we did it. Thank you so much. I stayed up, it's like 3 o'clock my time. Thank you so much for 1 million subscribers. This is amazing. It just amazes me that my animations would even do this. I remember back in 2012 when I started doing these animations, and here we are, baby, in 2016, and we made it to 1 million subscribers. Thank you so much. What is going on, guys? I am a famous YouTuber, and I don't say that because I want to pull out the God card and say that I'm godly for being famous on YouTube. But I want to let you guys know that I am famous, and I have generated over 1 billion views.
Mr. Cappy, you need to unmute.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Go. Uh-oh.
I think, all right, we're good. All righty. May I proceed, Your Honor?
You may.
Thank you. Ms. Bone, do you recognize the person who was making those various statements in that 4-minute video clip?
Yes, I do.
Who is it?
It's Brian Martin.
Did Mr. Martin state in those video clips that he created the Futuristic Hub channel?
Sorry, I'm a bit confused. I may have watched it and saw him say things, but it doesn't mean it's true. But I don't actually hear that in it. So unless it must have just gone out the other ear. So I don't remember hearing that in that. No.
All right. So if Mr. Martin did say that he created the Futuristic Hub channel, would you agree or disagree with that statement?
I would disagree with that statement.
If Mr. Martin stated in exhibit number 37 that he was an animator, would you agree or disagree with that statement?
I would disagree with that statement.
If Mr. Martin stated in exhibit number 37 that he uploaded videos on Futuristic Hub channel, would you agree or disagree with that statement?
I would disagree with that statement.
Do you know what Cinema 4D software is?
Yes, I do.
Tell the court what is Cinema 4D software, please.
Cinema 4D software is an animation software that I use to make Minecraft and 3D animations.
Is it true that you have been utilizing Cinema 4D software since approximately 2012?
Yes, that is correct.
Are you extremely familiar with the functionality of Cinema 4D software since you've made over 200 videos using it?
I would say I'm familiar with Cinema 4D software with the actual things that I need to use to make animations. So I'm not familiar with everything in the software, just the things that I need to be familiar with in order to create an animation.
Do you recall in your deposition that you stated that you were extremely familiar with the functionality of Cinema 4D software?
I couldn't recall.
All right, let's take a look at your deposition transcripts. I'm going to play a clip. On page 58.
And this is the sworn testimony of Ms. Bone, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, which was taken on March 8th, 2022. Actually, Your Honor, I'm going to refer to the court to page 49. It's going to be line 9 through 22.
My first question to you is, would you agree that you have been using Cinema 4D software for your animated videos for approximately 10 years now?
That's correct.
Would you agree that based upon your testimony that you have probably created around 200 of your animated videos using Cinema 4D software?
Yes, that is correct.
You agree you are extremely familiar with functionality of Cinema 4D software since you've made about 200 videos with it and you've been using it for about 10 years.
Yes, I would say that, yes.
All righty, Ms. Bone, you would agree that you provided truthful deposition testimony on March 8th, 2022, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I want to refer you now to exhibit number 3, please. I'll have that brought up. Would you agree that exhibit number 3 contains approximately 78 to 80 videos which were uploaded to the Futuristic Hub channel in the years 2018 to 2020?
Yes, I would agree.
Would you also agree that these 78 videos were also uploaded to the Wildcraft channel around December 22nd, 2020?
Yes.
I now would like to refer you to exhibit number 4, please. Exhibit number 4 contains videos that are currently on the Wildcraft channel. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, thank you for zooming in. I just want to make sure I could see. Yes, they do look, yes, they are new ones. Yep, that's correct.
And would you agree that most of these videos contained within exhibit number 4, which were uploaded onto the Wildcraft channel, occurred, it appears, from December 2020 up through March 7th, 2022?
Yes.
Your Honor, I request exhibit number 4 be admitted into evidence.
It already is.
Oh.
Isn't it? I mean, that's what the list says.
Okay, for some reason I thought 4, there was an objection to 4. My apologies. All right.
Plaintiff's exhibit 4, according to the list I have, is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I believe we agreed 3 was already pre-admitted, correct?
Correct.
Ms. Bone, did you ever give, delete the screen share. Did you ever give Brian Martin any password to the Futuristic Hub channel?
Well, as far as my knowledge goes, no, I never actually gave him access to the channel, but that's as far as my memory goes. So that's as far as I know. So no.
If you needed to file a copyright strike, would the password be necessary?
Well, you'd have to be logged into YouTube in order to get to your copyright claims. So yes, I believe so. That is correct.
Can you tell the court what a copyright strike is?
A copyright strike for a specific channel, well, I guess a copyright strike, say if there's a strike on someone's channel, it would obviously mean that that person has taken someone's copyright and put it on their channel, and that person, the original person that made it, has taken note of that and has then decided to go over to that person and give them a strike to tell them that it's not their content and to take it down.
Right, so is it fair to say copyright strikes occur that if I'm the creator of a video and I see my video on someone else's channel, I'll file a copyright strike so that they'll take it down, or our YouTube will take it down if there's not a counter notification. Is that true?
Yes, that would be true.
All right. Have you ever filed a copyright strike on behalf of the Futuristic Hub channel?
Yes, I have.
Has Brian Martin ever filed a copyright strike on behalf of the Futuristic Hub channel?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Has Chrissy Martin ever filed a copyright strike on behalf of the Futuristic Hub channel?
No.
So let's go back to Cinema 4D software. Do you recall the name of the manufacturer of your Cinema 4D software that you have been using for 10 years?
What, the creator of Cinema 4D?
The manufacturer of the software. Do you recall that name?
I don't know. I just got the software. I don't know the actual manufacturer.
Did you purchase any updates for your Cinema 4D software that you have utilized over the last 10 years?
Well, when it comes to updates, I actually had as far as I'm concerned, my dad got me the first purchase of it if he bought it, because I don't know if it costs money or whatever. So there's that. And the updates, if there were any updates, I actually had Brian help me with that. So he helped me sort that out for me, because he knows that sort of area and I don't really know how to update stuff. So that would be something that he could probably help out with, because I didn't update them myself. He had helped me.
So it's true that you did not purchase any updates for your Cinema 4D software, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And do you recall in your deposition where you testified that the updates were free?
Well, that's what I believed, yes.
Concerning all of those exhibits, I mean, not all the exhibits, strike that. Concerning all of the videos that we just talked about in exhibit number 3, would you agree that you did not receive any assistance when you created all of those videos in exhibit number 3?
No, no assistance, no.
Concerning all of the videos which were contained in exhibit number 4, would you agree that you did not receive any assistance when you created those videos?
No, I didn't have any assistance creating any videos, no.
I now would like to refer you to exhibit number 12, please. I'll bring it up.
Pre-admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Bone, exhibit number 12 is an email from Brian Martin with the email address my3dworldyt@gmail.com. Do you recognize that as Brian Martin's email address?
Well, since it says his name on it, I guess it is his, yes.
All right. And it's dated May 31st, 2016, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
This email concerns Mr. Martin responding to a reporter named Fruzina, Fruzsina, last name Eordogh, Eordogh. Do you recognize that name?
Yes, I believe I do.
She periodically writes articles for Forbes magazine. Does that sound correct to you?
Yes.
All right. And on page 1 of exhibit number 12, you see Mr. Martin responding to some questions that she has on page number 2. You see that?
Okay. Which one am I looking at? Sorry. I've just seen.
I'm just
page
trying to
one.
set some context. On page number 2, Miss Eordogh states, "Hello, Brian. Thanks for your changing your mind about answering some questions. Here are my questions." And she lists 4 questions. Do you see that?
Yes, I see the 4 questions.
All right. And then on page number 1, it's Mr. Martin's response to those questions. Do you see that?
Yes, I do see those.
Okay. So as he's answering the questions, he states on page number 2, the second line, "I'm very careful with what I am doing on my animation channel," in parentheses, Futuristic Hub. You see that?
Where am I looking? Sorry. Oh, yes, I see that.
All right. Do you agree with Mr. Martin's statement that Futuristic Hub is his animation channel?
No, it is not.
So you disagree with the statement, correct?
Yes, I do. But if I'm allowed to explain here, is that
Not really. You'll have your opportunity through your own counsel if
I
you would like.
apologize.
All right. So I'm now going to refer to exhibit number 6, please. Your Honor, this document has not been pre-admitted, but based upon the witness's testimony,
Are you offering exhibit 6?
yes, Your Honor.
Any
Because
objection?
I'll object. It's unauthenticated. And this, neither the recipient nor the sender of the email is present to state that this is in fact what it appears to be.
Your Honor, my response is if you look at the email address, it's the same email address, my3dworldwt@gmail.com, that Ms. Bone just testified to. And she said it was Brian Martin's email address.
And she said that because Brian Martin's name was next to it, not because of it. But that's not sufficient.
Let me just ask this. Ms. Bone, is my3dworldwt@gmail.com, is that your husband's email address?
I'm not too sure. I just said it was his because it said Brian Martin next to it. So I don't know. I don't recognize.
Who is Vince Victor?
Your Honor, our opinion is Vince Victor is Brian Martin. It's an alias he uses because he offended so many people on the YouTube network that he had to go use another name.
Well, that may be true, but that undercuts any authenticity of this document. You need somebody who actually was involved in the creating of this document to admit it. It's pure
But
hearsay.
it says here that this person, Vince, is the owner of video games of the channel Futuristic Hub.
And we don't know who he is or why he's making that statement. You know, I mean,
I'm going to go ahead. I normally would agree with you, Mr. DuBose, to be honest, but in this situation, since it appears at least that Mr. Victor may be a pseudonym for Mr. Martin, I'm going to go ahead and admit number 6.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Bone, have you ever known Mr. Brian Martin to go have an alias named Vince Victor?
Vince Victor, I don't know what that is. I will be completely honest with you. I have no idea.
All right. And you see in exhibit number 6, first paragraph, "My name is Vince. I am the owner of video games and the channel Futuristic Hub. You see that?
Yes, I do.
Was Mr. Martin one of the owners of video games?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Thank you. And then when you go farther down that same paragraph, the second to last sentence, it states, my name is Vince, not Brian, not any of those other names. Do you see that?
Yes, I see that.
All right. And then it's the last sentence says it is simply Vince. Correct?
That's correct. I see that.
Does this refresh your memory that Brian Martin used an alias Vince Victor?
No, it does not.
I now would like to show you exhibit number 8, please. Your Honor, this was initially objected to. I'll request that it be admitted into evidence. I'll give Mr. Dubose another opportunity to make a
Well,
comment.
Let show me the full agreement.
Can you show him the full agreement, please?
Yeah, let me pull it up over here on my thing. I can do that better than okay. Exhibit number, is this 9 or is this 8?
8.
Again, the only signature on this is Brian Martin, and I think only Brian Martin can authenticate this document. Otherwise, to the extent that it's
Well, Mr. Dubose, I thought you had the same exhibit in your exhibits. I think it was
no,
exhibit
I don't believe so.
I thought you had exhibit 49 was what my memory was. I could be wrong.
No, I let me just pull up 49. I believe it's a completely different agreement. And
49, according to his list, I don't have his exhibits as agreement, Freedom Family Limited.
Yeah, that's a talent agreement with.
All right, I could be wrong on the number.
Yeah, this is not. I do have a document that looks like that. It's signed by Chrissy, I believe, as I recollect. But and the other thing is, there is a in this exhibit there is a reference to a channel, and I don't know what that channel is.
I contend it's top trend because if you look at Moss 1849, the Bates label, it shows that this agreement is between Full Screen, which is a multi-channel network company, and Brian Martin, dated February 2nd, 2015. It has Mr. Martin's signature and his email is toptrendyt@gmail.com.
Well, again, that's something that Mr. Martin can authenticate, but this here, it's an electronic signature. It's not sufficient. So I'm going to object to this. If in taking Mr. Barton's deposition, maybe you can authenticate it, but now it's just, it's a name on a piece of paper. Otherwise, it's complete hearsay.
Okay, I tend to agree. I'm going to go ahead and sustain the objection at this point.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Ms.
You can bring
Paul, regarding the Top Trend channel, do you own that channel?
No, I don't.
Who's the owner of the Top Trend channel?
As far as I'm aware, Cameron Grant owns that channel.
Could you say that again?
Cameron Grant owns that channel, owns Top Trends.
All right, Ms. Bone, I want to refer you now to exhibit number 22, please.
Okay.
Exhibit number 22 is admitted into evidence. It's an email from you to Dan Wide, one of the attorneys for the judgment creditors, dated May 14, 2019. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Do you see where in the first sentence of the first paragraph, it says, "This is Holly, and I am the longtime owner of the YouTube channels you are asking information from." Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
And then in the second paragraph, the first sentence, it says, "As I understand your client, Brandon," which we're referring to Brandon Keating, "was told by Brian Martin himself, his position in my brands and other brands he works with. I was nice to offer Top Trends to help him in this case, but that offer is out of the window and I will keep the brand with me." Did I read that correctly?
Yes, you did read that correctly.
Well, according to the second paragraph of exhibit number 22, you're the owner of the Top Trends channel, aren't you?
Well, actually, at the time, I was supposed to be hosting that channel, and I actually thought I was going to get that channel and got overexcited. But then I realized that I shouldn't have, and it didn't belong to me. So I shouldn't have said that because it was never going to be mine. I overreacted. I got overexcited. So I do apologize.
So in other words, you admit that you will write statements which are false.
Yes.
I refer you now to exhibit number 9, please. Is exhibit number 9, does it contain a banner of Futuristic Hub channel?
Yes, it does contain a banner. Yep.
Have you seen this banner before?
Yes, I have.
If you look to the left where it says Futuristic Hub, it says name's Vince. I am Futuristic Hub or Hub, 3D animator on YouTube channel. You see that?
Yes, I do see that.
And then it says Futuristic Hub, 750K plus subs, CEO of videogamesyt.com. Did I read that correctly?
Yes, I will mention this was a shared.
You've
social
answered the
media-
question. Thank you.
Yes.
Your Honor, I request exhibit number 9 be admitted into evidence.
Any objection? Any objection?
Yeah, I'm looking at it, Your Honor. No, I don't think I have any objection.
9 is admitted.
So Ms. Bone, Vince is popping up again on your Futuristic Hub channel, isn't he?
That's not the Futuristic Hub channel. That's a Twitter page.
Oh, it's a Twitter page. Oh my, I'm sorry. So does Futuristic Hub operate a Twitter page?
It's a shared Twitter.
All right. And did you ever inquire as to who Vince was, who was showing up on your Futuristic Hub Twitter page?
I don't know. I'm being completely honest with you. This is something that I don't actually know.
Could you talk a little louder? I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing. Would that be okay?
Yes, I apologize. Sorry.
No need to apologize. Thank you so much. Ms. Bone, I now want to refer you to exhibit number 11, please. It's the trial transcript of the video games trial that occurred in 2016. And specifically, I'm referring to volume 3, which occurred on March 30th, 2016. And it's the testimony of Brian Martin. And I'm going to read some testimony to you. It starts on page Moss 381 at the bottom. The question is, Mr. Martin, on April 13th of, or excuse me, April 23rd of 2014, did you make a statement to Brandon Keating that you wanted to roll FH up with VG somehow? And the answer is FH meaning Futuristic Hub? Question, that would be it. Answer about the question, what do you mean roll up? The question is yes, merge the two, correct? And the answer is not with anything to do with him, no. And the question is, that is an answer to a different question, sir. Answer is VG and FH are both. And then I want to go to where it says, under line number 12. Well, before I do that, do you understand that VG is video games?
Yes, I do.
And you understand that FH is Futuristic Hub, correct?
Yes.
So line 12 on page 66 of the trial transcript states, is that the term or name for your video channel? And he's referring to Futuristic Hub. And the answer is my animation channel on YouTube. Yes. Do you agree with Mr. Martin's sworn testimony that Futuristic Hub was his animation channel?
No, I do not.
And is it still your position that on March the 30th, 2016, when Mr. Martin gave his sworn testimony, that Futuristic Hub was your animation channel?
Could you repeat the question? Sorry.
Is it your testimony today that on March the 30th, 2016, when Mr. Martin provided his sworn testimony in federal court, that you still contend that the Futuristic Hub animation channel was yours and not his?
Yes, that is correct.
What exhibit number is this again?
It's exhibit number 11, Your Honor.
Okay.
Do you have any idea, Ms. Bone, why Brian Martin would lie before a federal judge and a federal jury during this trial when he stated the Futuristic Hub channel belonged to him?
If I'm to be completely honest, it would probably be to protect me, because during that date I was in school, I was a minor, and he does represent me and he is like the public eye of the channel, so that would most likely make sense. But this is something that you might have to ask him and why he said these things.
Do you have any other reasons why Mr. Martin, in your opinion, lied in federal court on March 30th, 2016, other than what you've just testified to?
No, I couldn't think of anything else, no.
Ms. Bone, I now want to refer you to exhibit number 15, please. Number 15 is a declaration which was made by Mr. Martin, and it was filed in that same federal court lawsuit. And I want to refer you to the second page, Loss 1829 at the bottom. It says, respectfully submitted under penalty of perjury this 17th day of February 2017. Is that Brian Martin's signature?
It looks like it, yes.
Is this document dated February 17, 2017?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Martin states, going back to the first page, Moss 1828 of exhibit 15, he says in the first paragraph, my name is Brian Martin, and I hereby declare under penalty of perjury that the following testimony is true and correct and within my personal knowledge. You see that?
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to now refer you to the last paragraph on that first page, where it states, by Mr. Martin, I am still sometimes referred to as Futuristic Hub online by people simply because I animate and voice the characters for the children who watch the content. I also animate for other Minecraft channels. Did I read that correctly?
Yes, I believe you did.
Thank you. Are you aware that Mr. Martin was referred to online by people as Futuristic Hub?
Yes.
Mr. Martin states that he animates characters on the Futuristic Hub channel. Do you see that?
Yes, I do see that.
Do you agree with that statement by Mr. Martin?
No, I do not.
Mr. Martin also states that he voices characters for the children who watch the videos on the Futuristic Hub channel. Do you agree with that statement?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Martin also states that he animates for other Minecraft channels. Do you agree with that statement?
No, I do not.
Ms. Bone, is it fair to say, based upon your testimony so far, that either Mr. Martin is continually signing statements under oath subject to perjury, which are false, or you're here providing false testimony? It's got to be one or the other. Would you agree?
I believe that what's been written here is false. Yes.
So are you telling this court that Mr. Martin would protect you to the degree under the penalty of perjury and possibly go to jail just for you?
Yes, I guess so.
I want to go to the next page, 1829. At the top, Mr. Martin writes, likewise, the Style Hall channel Futuristic Hub that plaintiffs referred to is not something I own. My wife, Chrissy, at one point was hired by Style Hall to sign into the network through a channel she created in 2012. And that channel is the Futuristic Hub channel. You see what I just wrote?
Yes,
Read?
I do. Yes.
So is it fair to say that according to Mr. Martin, that Chrissy Martin, his first wife, created the Futuristic Hub channel in 2012? Do you see that?
Yes, I see that's been written there. Yes.
You know, it's now 2017. The federal court judgment is on appeal. Do you believe, is it your opinion that Mr. Martin is now stating that Chrissy Martin owns the Futuristic Hub videos on the channel because he knows the judgment creditors are going to start coming after him?
Object to the question. She has no idea what's happening in Mr. Martin's mind.
Mr. Bone, I'm sorry, Ms. Bone, I would just instruct you, if you know the answer to that question, for example, Mr. Martin has told you this is why he did it, but I don't want you to speculate about it if you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't at all.
Mr. Capua, let me ask you this. How much longer do you have with this witness? Because it is about noon and we haven't taken a break.
Oh, Your Honor, I suspect this witness will be on the witness stand for the rest of the day.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a break then, and we'll reconvene at 1 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, you may proceed, Mr. Capua.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Bone, I direct your attention to exhibit number 17, please.
Okay.
Yep.
You're fine. Ms. Bone, while we're waiting for that to come up, when you had your Futuristic Hub channel in 2012, what type of agreement did you have with Brian Martin?
Well, we had an agreement where he would do the rendering and voices, and he would manage me and deal with the public and represent me, and that's the agreement from 2012.
All right, if you could speak up a little bit, please. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Martin agreed to do rendering for you, public relations for you, anything else?
He did voice work for me, and managed me. What were the others I said? Sorry.
Public relations and rendering,
Yes, that's correct.
okay. And was this particular agreement you're referencing, was it a verbal agreement or a written agreement?
It was a verbal agreement.
Okay, so then Mr. Martin was going to perform these services for you, and in turn, what were you going to give Mr. Martin?
Well, I mean, when Futuristic Hub, if it ever made any income while I was still in education, I thought he deserved to have some pay. So whatever it made during the time in high school, since I had no interest in money at the time, I said he could have whatever it made at that time.
All right, so from October 2012, which we established was the time frame that Futuristic Hub channel was created, up until what point was this verbal agreement in place?
When it comes to payments,
Yes, money.
yes, that would be up to 2019 when I joined Freedom.
Okay, so basically during that 7-year time frame, any monetization revenue that your videos on the Futuristic Hub channel generated was going to be received by Brian Martin as his compensation, correct?
Yes, that would be correct. Yes.
All right. And in your understanding, was that amount of compensation during that 7-year time frame, was it a little bit of money or a lot of money? What do you recall?
Well, as far as I'm aware, it would only be a few hundred, maybe a few thousand, but that's just a guess because I wasn't really interested in the pay aspect of things. So I wouldn't know. It's anywhere between that from my knowledge.
So what your knowledge from what you're telling the judge is a few $100s to a few $1,000s during that 7-year time frame.
Yes, as far as I'm aware.
All right. And is that knowledge based upon Google sending you monthly statements?
I'm not too sure I understand. This was, like I said, this is between 7 years. I was in high school. I was more focused on uploading the videos than looking at like business stuff. Like it, I was in school. I don't really remember.
Well, since the channel was yours, I presume all of the Google documents related to the channel would be addressed to you, correct?
Well, I'm not too sure. Like I said, I paid less attention to like documents to do with business stuff when I was a minor, and I only focused on uploading onto the channel because it's like a hobby to me in education. So I wouldn't know.
Do you recall receiving any documents from our 2012 to 2019 from Google regarding the amount of money that the channel was making?
I'm not too sure.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at exhibit number 17, which is up. Exhibit number 17 is a document from Google which has been admitted into evidence. And you see there are 2 payment receipts on that document, correct?
Yes, I see those payments.
All right. And whose name is on these payment receipts? Is it your name?
No, it's Brian Martin's.
All right. And let's take a look at the bottom payment receipt. It says payment date December 21st, 2018, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And I believe it says payment amount $80,502.49. Does that sound right?
I can see it, but it's sort of scribbly. To me, it looks like 50 or 60, but I can't quite see.
All right. Nonetheless, this is a receipt from Google to Brian Martin, which appears to be for the monetization of revenue on the channel, right?
Yes, I believe so.
And then if you look at the top payment receipt, it's January 21st, 2019, correct?
Yes.
And this is another payment receipt from Google LLC to Brian Martin in the amount of $102,000. Let me say that again, $102,960.21, right?
Yes.
So these 2 payment receipts, which are basically 1 month apart, are almost $200,000, right?
Yes.
That's a little bit more than the few $100s to the few $1,000s that you testified to a moment ago. Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree. However, it doesn't state like my YouTube channels on that specific document. He could have been working for other YouTube channels, not just mine. So I can't say anything more than that.
All right, so that's your belief that these two payment receipts are not for the Futuristic Hub channel, but for other channels Brian Martin had involvement in. Is that what you're telling the court?
That and as well as Futuristic Hub. Yes.
What other channels was Brian Martin working on in December 2018?
I don't know.
Would you and your father have enjoyed receiving this almost $200,000 in January 2019?
The thought never occurred to me.
So do you think for the work Brian Martin was doing for you, presuming that Exhibit 17 relates to the Futuristic Hub channel, do you think that was fair compensation for him, in your opinion?
I'm not too sure I understand your question.
If you had to put a value on Mr. Martin's services from 2012 to 2019 on an annual basis, what would you say it is?
I don't know. I don't understand. Sorry, I'm not understanding this like payment thing that you're asking of me. I don't understand that. It's not something I would think about at all.
Did Mr. Martin ever share with you any Google documents showing the monetization of revenue concerning the Futuristic Hub channel from 2012 to 2019?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Do you think Mr. Martin had a duty to do so?
I wouldn't know.
Let's take a look at exhibit number 18. Exhibit number 18 is a 1099 form for the year 2018 addressed to Brian Martin from Google. Do you see that?
Yes, I do see that.
And do you see that this 1099 form is in the amount of $104,980?
Yes, I see that.
All right. Does this indicate to you that Brian Martin received income from Google in that amount that I just stated?
Yes, it says, if it says it there and Google provided it to him, then yes.
Were you ever aware that Mr. Martin received almost $105,000 in 2018 from Google?
No, I wasn't aware, no.
From 2012 to 2019, did you ever look at the video analytics for your Futuristic Hub channel?
When it comes to me uploading, I'm more focused on the fans and what they think. I don't really look at analytics or things like that. It's all like technical stuff. So I'm more interested in what my fans think of my work than actually just looking to see about like the big graph analytics stuff.
So are you telling us that the amount of views on your video were of no concern to you?
No, it wasn't of any concern, no. I did it simply because I enjoyed it. It didn't really matter how many people viewed the channel or the videos.
And you do understand that the analytics are a driving force related to the earnings that a channel could make, right?
Yes.
All right, let's take a look at exhibit number 19. 19 is a set of documents that were provided by Google to this law firm. And as you can tell on the first page, it has Brian Martin's name on it, right?
Yes, I see that.
And it appears to have been created in June 2016.
Yes, I see that.
And it has that email address that we've been talking about during your testimony today, that my3dworldyt@gmail.com, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to refer to you to various pages in this document by referencing the Bates number at the bottom right, because there's different pages that I want you to look at. So the first page is 1210. And you see under the account holder name and has Brian Martin and Chrissy Martin, right?
Yes, I see that.
All right, your name's not mentioned there, is it? Even though you're the alleged owner of the Futuristic Hub channel, right?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, going now to 1493. This document's dated December 8th, 2018. And in about the middle of the page on that document, you can see that the channel referenced here is Futuristic Hub. That's your channel, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to move now to page 1581. And you see on page 1581 that this document is in response to a copyright claim that was made against Futuristic Hub. And I'm referencing to you at the very bottom where it says display name of uploader Futuristic Hub, and it says this is fair use. They have no right to claim entire animation works for fair use. This is my animation and it is my copyright. As such, thank you. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
That's what you would say, for example, if you're going to respond to a copyright strike by some other party, and we're going to call this the counter notification. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. And so then we're going to look on the next page, which is 1582, to who prepared this counter notification for the Futuristic Hub channel. And it says Chrissy Martin. You see that?
Yes, I do see that.
All right. All right. So how could Chrissy Martin, which was Brian Martin's wife at the time, file a counter notification on a Futuristic Hub channel, which you say is yours, but at the same time you testified earlier that you never gave anyone the password to the Futuristic Hub channel, so they couldn't have access to file this counter notification?
If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't even know what this document is. This is the first time I've actually seen it, especially here. I don't know what this is, so I don't know.
Oh, that's all right. So let's keep on reading. Let's look at Moss 1582. It's dated June 30th, 2017. And it's another copyright claim which was filed against Futuristic Hub. And then on 1615, which is the next page, it's a response, which is the counter notification from Futuristic Hub, which says, animation is mine. All this is made in parody, and it is a cover, not actually a real music from the film. Fair use applies here. And then it says, I swear under penalty of perjury, we've been hearing about that a lot today, that I have a good faith belief the material was removed from the channel. And then if you go to page 1616, which is the next page, is signed by Chrissy Martin again. You see that?
Yes, I do.
I mean, isn't it fair to say that only the owner of the channel would be the one preparing the counter notification in a copyright strike claim? Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Let's take a look now on page 1619. It's dated December 29th, 2017. It appears Disney had filed a copyright claim against the Futuristic Hub channel. It says this letter is sent on behalf of Disney in response to a counter notification from Chrissy Martin dated December 20th, 2017 regarding a video posted on Futuristic Hub. It then states that Disney believes this counter notice filed by Chrissy Martin is invalid and submitted in bad faith. And then when you go to page 1620, which is the next page, Disney says at the very top, we bring this to your attention that Disney previously resolved a different dispute on this channel, meaning the Futuristic Hub channel. And the latest dispute appears to be an attempt to re-upload that previously disputed video. Are you familiar with what's going on here with Disney and Disney's copyright strike claim against your channel around December 29th, 2017?
Well, I think it's just because I had specific characters that I had animated on the channel, and I guess this has something to do with the claim that they're having against it, saying that they're not okay with it.
Is that all you remember?
Yes, that is.
All right. But your name isn't on these counter notifications, is this?
I don't see. No.
All right. All right. So then let's take a look now at 1621, and it's another copyright strike claim and counter notification where Futuristic Hub is stating animation is mine.
Guys, just 1 second. There's a security alert here. The courthouse.
Attention, attention. An emergency has been reported in this building. Please cease operations and leave the building utilizing the nearest exit or fire exit stairway. Do not use elevators. Repeat, do not use elevators.
Jesus fucking Christ. And then Futuristic Hub 100% that this man is the reason why Ice Poseidon is being swatted.
Hey, somebody is Zoom bombing us.
Zoom bombing, which is what
I'm going to shut down this YouTube. I'm going to shut down this channel, and we're going to reconvene at 2:30.
Exit or fire exit stairway. Do not use elevators. Repeat, do not use elevators. Attention, attention. An emergency has been reported in this building. Please cease operations and leave the building utilizing the nearest exit or fire exit stairway. Do not use
These are
elevators.
usually a false alarm,
Do
so
not use elevators. Attention, attention. An emergency has been reported in this building. Please cease operations and leave the building utilizing the nearest
You know what,
exit
is Gary
or
there?
fire exit stairway. Do not use elevators.
can you check the jury room?
Do not use elevators.
Judge,
Yeah.
Barry had a doctor's appointment. He said he would be back later.
Okay.
Attention, attention. An emergency has been reported in this building. Please cease operations and leave the building utilizing the nearest exit or fire exit stairway. Do not use elevators. Repeat, do not use
So
elevators.
just check with her and let me know.
Attention, attention. An emergency has been reported in this building. Please cease operations and leave the building utilizing the nearest exit or fire exit stairway. Do not use elevators. Repeat, do not use elevators. Attention, attention. An emergency has been reported in this building. Please cease operations and leave the building.
Alarms, we rarely actually evacuate.
2019, following a lawsuit that was in your court and lasted.
Something happened to the YouTube. That was weird. Okay, I guess we're good. All right, Mr. Capio, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I would request at this time that exhibit number 19 be admitted into evidence.
Any objection to 19? Mr. DeBose, any objection?
I believe so, because I don't think it's been authenticated. This witness doesn't know what it is. And I think it's
Sustained. You can bring it up, Mr. Martin. Actually, she claims to be the owner of this, and it was copyright claims on behalf of the owner. So I'm going to actually let that in.
Thank
well,
you.
Your Honor, it may have been on behalf, but she doesn't know what those documents are.
Well, objections overruled. 19 is admitted.
All right, Ms. Bone, I'm still on number 19, Ms. Bone. Let's look at law 1646. Can we share screen?
I need to enable that.
Thank you, sir.
What exhibit are you on?
Still 19, Your Honor, and we're looking at Moss 1646.
Okay.
Yes, sir. All right, Ms. Bone, 1646 is dated March 16, 2018. And again, this is another Disney Enterprise issue, which is in response to a counter notification from Brian Martin regarding Futuristic Hub. Do you see that?
I do see that.
Okay. Going to the second paragraph, it says, contrary to Brian Martin's statement in his counter notification that he has a good faith belief that the material was removed or disabled in error as a result of mistake or misidentification of the material, the link was not disabled in error. Further, Disney, not Brian Martin, is the copyright owner of the underlying musical composition. Do you see that?
Yes, I do see that.
Okay. And then going to page 1648, it's Mr. Martin's response in the counter notification, where he says in the middle of that page, hi there, this was fair use and completely made of scratch. As an independent artist, I am able to do such art and work as parody. This is a Minecraft parody, which is fair use. Thank you. And then you see Mr. Martin's name at the bottom. With that predicate, would you agree that Mr. Martin is filing a counter notification on behalf of the Futuristic Hub channel?
Yes, it appears so, yes.
All right. And when Mr. Martin states that he is an independent artist regarding his art and work, it certainly appears that Mr. Martin created some of, at least this one particular video in question on the Futuristic Hub channel. Would you agree with that?
Well, it appears here that these are copyright things, and obviously this is to do with like the business side of things. So obviously Brian must have dealt with these things while I was uploading, and I didn't understand these things. I guess, yeah, because I don't recognize these. I know that the drama, but I didn't do these claims. I didn't respond to them, so I don't. This isn't really something that I would be knowledgeable in talking about.
All right, let's go to 1593. And it references the counter notification. It references Futuristic Hub. It's the very last page. 1593, the very last page of that exhibit. All right, here we go. And it's the counter notification. It references Futuristic Hub. And if you look at the bottom there, here we see Vince Victor again. You see that?
Yes, I do.
Now, does this refresh your memory that Vince Victor is really Brian Martin, who's involved with these copyright strikes and counter notifications on behalf of Futuristic Hub?
I believe this is a question you'd probably have to ask him. I'm not too sure. I know that this is sort of business related stuff when it comes to claims and that. I don't remember dealing with this sort of thing. So this is something that's not in my area of knowledge. I don't really know.
In your opinion, do you know why Mr. Martin, when he's referencing these counter notifications, that he never references you as the owner of the Futuristic Hub channel?
No, I don't.
Let's take a look now at Exhibit 22, please. We looked at it briefly before. This is an email which purportedly is from you to Dan Y, dated May 14, 2019. Did you prepare this email?
Yes, I did. I do recognize this email. Yes.
Are you telling the court that you prepared this email rather than Brian Martin?
Yes.
Did you authorize Brian Martin to act on your behalf in all areas related to the Futuristic Hub channel?
I'm not too sure I understand the question. Could you ask it again?
Sure. Did you give Brian Martin any authority to act on your behalf regarding the Futuristic Hub channel?
If there's something I wanted him to do for the channel, then yes, I would have asked him to do it. But if not, then no. It would always go through me.
So unless you told him directly to act on your behalf, any matters related to the Futuristic Hub YouTube channel would have to go through you. Is that what you're telling us?
Yes, that's correct.
Can you give us an example of where you would provide Mr. Martin authority to act on your behalf concerning the YouTube channel Futuristic Hub?
Well, if there's something I don't understand, I would ask him to deal with it. If it's maybe business related, or like, for example, the drama I went through with the Minecraft pornography, I couldn't come up to do it, to deal with it myself. So I asked him to represent me and deal with the public on that situation. So anything that threatens me as a person, he would do for me. That's an example I could give you.
All right. Let's look at exhibit number 27, please. Exhibit number 27 is the order granting temporary injunction in this case that was signed by Judge Hoffman on October 15th, 2020. Okay?
Okay.
I want you to hold that exhibit because I'm going to refer you to another exhibit now. That's going to be exhibit number 55.
I see 55. What are you asking about?
Just 1 second, Your Honor. Ms. Bone, exhibit number 55 contains various affidavits signed by Mr. Zubris, who's a process server. And Your Honor, I apologize because I think your exhibit number 55 does not contain page numbers. I can tell you that there are 18 pages to this document.
Okay.
And I would request, so that you follow me, if you could briefly write down in the bottom right-hand corner each number. So when I am flipping through this document, you'll know which page I'm on, because it's a little confusing
Okay.
otherwise. So when you're done doing the 18 page numbers, then I'll ask my questions.
I mean, I can follow. Go ahead and keep going.
Your Honor, I have a serious objection to this document.
Okay.
The first 13 pages are a document that was filed on 10/15/20. The last 3 pages, or well, actually 5 pages, are a document that was filed on 2/13. They're completely different documents, and they seem to be wanting to somehow compact them together. And they added that their original 55 was that thing, and that is an appropriately certified document on service. That was a document on service that the court has ruled was not satisfactory because it was left at her house. These last 5 pages are unsworn. They're pieces obviously clipped together from various emails or something. I don't know what they are. They seem to be saying that they're an email from Mr. Zubris, but Mr. Zubris has never authenticated.
Let him ask the question, because I don't know what he's asking or why he needs these documents.
Okay.
All right, so Ms. Bone.
It appears here that maybe I misnumbered them. I think there's 19 pages.
You're correct, Your Honor. There are 19. My apologies.
All right, so what page am I going to?
Oh, right now, I'm just going to ask Ms. Bone a couple questions, and then I'll reference you to the pages.
Okay.
All right, so Ms. Bone, when I showed you earlier exhibit number 27, which is the order granting temporary injunction, do you recall receiving exhibit number 27?
No, I don't recognize any of that at all. No.
All right, so let's look at exhibit number 55. And as you can see, page number 1 and number 2 and number 3 is an affidavit from Mr. Zubris, which stated that he left the original petition and citation and what contained the temporary restraining order at your Frisco house at the front door area. Do you see that?
Yes, I can see that from what I'm reading here.
Can you speak up a little bit so we can hear you?
Yes, I'm just saying I can see that from what I'm reading here.
All right.
Yes.
And then you can see on page 4 of that document, it references the citation that I just referenced, which is basically this lawsuit. It says to Holly Martin, and it states that Mr. Zubris served it on October 14th, 2020, which was the day before the temporary injunction hearing. Do you see that?
October 14th or 12th?
October 14th, 2020.
It says October. Am I looking at the wrong thing? It says October 12th.
On page 4?
Where are you pointing to?
I'm on page number 4 at the side, at the top. It says 10/14/20 at 11:20
Oh, I
a.m.
see. Okay, there's a notation that says October 12th below that, but okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I think, Your Honor, he had served it on the 12th. And I think it was file marked on the 14th is what it looks like.
That's what it looks like to me too.
And
Well,
then
what's your question for this witness?
I'm laying the predicate, Your Honor, that she received the notice of the temporary injunction hearing via email prior to the injunction hearing to establish that she violated the injunction. And what she's arguing is I didn't receive notice. And what I'm attempting to show you through these documents is that she did.
Okay.
Your Honor, that particular document was left at her vacant house. And you've already ruled that was not adequate service on her when you set aside the default judgment that was taken on the basis of these first, I think it's 14 or 13 pages. So it may have, you issued an order on substituted service. The substituted service was leaving it at a vacant house. And she has in her response to this said, she didn't live in the house. She didn't have anybody picking up mail at the house or any other packages. The house was, in fact, on the market.
My recollection is that I issued the order that she could be served at her last known address, and then she left the country in the interim between when I made the order and she was actually served. But
that's not correct,
Your Honor.
She had left the country in August, which is before she was named in any pleading. And she has provided her boarding pass with American Airlines in some of the documents in this case. So it was not that she knew this was coming and ran away. She was gone really before any petition was filed that had her name in it. The first petition filed with her name in it was filed in September, and she was gone in August.
That's contrary to what's in the file, but it doesn't. None of this really matters at this point. Let's move along to the points that are in dispute.
All righty, Your Honor. So, Ms. Bowen, if you could look at page number 12 of Exhibit 55, please. This was an order for substitute service, and I just want to confirm with you on page number 12 that mchorses23@gmail.com was one of your email addresses, correct?
Yes, it was. Yes.
Okay. So with that said, according to the documents, Your Honor, regarding 55, can that be admitted into evidence?
I object because it has things in it beyond what was actually filed in the court.
Yeah, I tend to agree that maybe pieces of 55 could be admitted, but it does seem to be kind of an amalgamation of a number of different things. And so I'll sustain the objection as to 55 in its entirety.
All right, well then let me start with page 10 of Exhibit 55. It's an order granting motion for court order for alternative service. And specifically on page 11, page 12, it states that.
Can't you just isn't this all in the court's file? Can't I just take judicial notice of the court's file, or do I need to go through each of these?
No, you can take judicial notice of pages 10 through 13 that you authorized the process server to serve Ms. Bowen via email. I'm good with that. And then if you could take judicial notice on page 14, 15, and 16 that Ms. Bowen was served via email at that Wild Horses address.
So I guess 14, 15, and 16, are those in the court's file or not? The email?
Yes, Your Honor, because if you look at page 14, it's file stamp.
However, Your Honor, they are, it is a document that is in our, and you can file anything with the court. This is an unauthenticated portion. This says it is an email from Mr. Zubris. The only person who can authenticate that is Mr. Zubris. Besides, if you look at this closely, it says, in addition to these service documents are these listed things. But when you go down further, if you'll scroll down to the below that, can you do that, Craig? Scroll down a little bit. You will notice that the attachments are not what is listed in the body of the document. This is, and here's something with Dan Y down there. This is a paste and clip document, which is unauthenticated. So I have got in my exhibits the actual document as it was filed. If he wants to use that for discussion of what she received, and I'm trying to look on here and see which exhibit it is. It is.
I guess I don't really understand the point of any of this. We're not here on a show cause to determine whether or not she's in contempt. We're just trying to determine whether or not there needs to be a permanent injunction. She's clearly been served for the permanent injunction, right?
Yes, Your Honor. It goes
Well,
to her.
There's no, she has not been served with any permanent injunction. She has been
Served
served
with this
with
lawsuit.
Pardon?
She's been served in this lawsuit.
She was never served. She appeared.
Okay. She's consented to jurisdiction by appearance.
Your Honor,
Yes.
here's the issue. It goes to culpability and intent because on page 15, Mr. Zubris clearly states that on October 13, 2020, he served Holly Martin with the temporary restraining order and the order continuing the temporary injunction until October 15. And then if you look at page number 9, it talks about the temporary restraining order. It's the actual citation prepared by the court, and it says he served it. It's important because the evidence is going to show that Ms. Bone violated your temporary injunction dated October 15th multiple times by transferring money, transferring assets, transferring property, which was a violation of your temporary injunction order. That's why this document is important to counter her argument that she did not receive notice.
This is the only document that is legitimate is the document that is the upper portion of that, which she said she did not receive. And it is my exhibit 52, if I may, that is the document that was actually filed and was the basis for the default judgment that was taken against her. If I may, where is that? If I may share the screen on that, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't have have you delivered a copy of your exhibits to the courthouse yet, Mr. DuBose? I don't have them.
Yes, I have. I'm surprised you don't have them.
Can you go
I
with Rhonda and see if we have them?
I will send them again.
No, he's going to go check. I just haven't seen them.
Yeah. If I can share the screen, I can show exhibit 52.
Yeah, go ahead and share screen.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. You can see that this is 52, and this is the document that was actually filed in court. And this is, I have no problem with that being admitted. That's why I brought it in. But
have you sent a hard copy of the exhibits, Mr. DeBose? Because she said you've emailed them but not delivered a hard copy.
oh, I didn't know you wanted hard copies.
Yeah, and if we're going to do this over Zoom on this many exhibits, I need hard copies.
Okay, I've got a large box of hard copies.
Just go ahead and just forward those to me.
Well,
You
do
just
you want the
have them
elect?
delivered tonight to the courthouse.
Okay. Okay, I can do that. But you see here, this is the document. The default judgment was based upon this, and the reason why she appeared was because of the default judgment. Otherwise, she would not have appeared in this case. And that's
my position is the various returns of citation filed by Mr. Zubers, who's now deceased, clearly establishes that he filed your order allowing service to Miss Bone by email at that Wild Horses address.
But the unfortunate fact is,
I'm going to take judicial notice of the file. Let's move along. Neither exhibits are admitted.
All right, Your Honor. All right, so Ms. Bone, if you look at paragraph 1 of Exhibit 27, which is the temporary injunction, it states, because you are a restrained party. Do you understand that pursuant to the court's order?
According to this piece of paper, yes, I believe so.
That you are restrained from withdrawing, receiving, or dispersing any funds related to the following YouTube channels. And in paragraph 1, it references Futuristichub, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. I'm going to refer you now to Exhibit 46, page 156. On page 156, just one second. 46? You said exhibit 27? No. Exhibit 46, page 156. Can you scroll farther than that, or is that as fast as it'll go? Just one second, Your Honor. My apologies. You're going too far.
Starts on page 261.
Go to Bone Documents 156, bottom right.
I believe that will be Bone Document 129.
What number?
156.
Because it looks like you're on like page 380 right now.
Yeah, it's the Bates label is what I'm having the. There you go. Thank you. So Ms. Bone, when you see Bates label 156, it has your name on the top of it, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And this is a Barclays account that you have, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. And is it fair to say that on October 16th of 2020, you received the amount of $80,185.46 from Freedom Family, which is your multi-channel network provider, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And that money was from monetization of revenue from the Futuristic Hub channel, correct?
Yes.
All right. And when you look at paragraph number 1 of the court's order, where it's stated that you are enjoined from receiving or dispersing any funds related to the Futuristic Hub channel, you would agree that that order was violated when you received that amount of $80,000 and did not turn it over to the court or the judgment creditor, correct?
Well, I believe that is correct, but I don't believe I was aware of the actual temporary injunction. I can't remember. I'm not sure.
That's
I don't
fine. Let's go to
understand.
page 158.
Yeah.
Page 158 states on November 23rd, 2020, you received another $94,188 from Freedom Family, which is your multi-channel network again, correct? And this was after the date of the injunction.
Yes.
And so this is another example of you violating the injunction because you are receiving money from the Futuristic Hub channel, which you were not supposed to receive pursuant to the court's order, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Now then, looking at, going back to exhibit number 27, page number 2 of that document, it states that the restrained party, which is you, was not supposed to transfer or take any action regarding transferring ownership or control of the Futuristic Hub channel, correct?
I see that there, yes.
All right. And so remember earlier we talked about exhibit number 3, which were those 78 to 80 videos that were part of the Futuristic Hub channel. Do you remember we talked about those?
Yes, I believe you showed me the list of them, yes.
And do you remember that on that document, exhibit number 3, it stated that on December 22nd of 2020, that you uploaded those 80 videos to the Wildcraft channel. Remember when you did that?
Yes.
That was another violation of the temporary injunction order here in paragraph 2. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about exhibit number 42, which is the Wild MC Limited documents that you provided in discovery. And part of these documents show that you created Wild MC Limited around September 30th, 2021, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And you are the sole shareholder of Wild MC Limited, right?
Yes.
And you are the sole director of Wild MC Limited, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And Wild MC Limited is a United Kingdom company, right?
Yes, that is correct as well.
All right. Now, isn't it true that you transferred all of the videos from the Wildcraft channel to Wild MC Limited, which was a violation of paragraph 2 of that temporary injunction, right?
I'm not too sure I understand that specific question that you just asked me.
All right. Well, you transferred all of the videos from the Wildcraft channel to Wild MC Limited, correct?
I'm still not understanding the question.
All right. You have videos on the Wildcraft channel, which you claim you are the owner of, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, around September 30th of 2021, isn't it true that you transferred all of those videos out of your name into Wild MC Limited?
Well, yes, it's connected to the business, so yes.
All right. And when you made that transfer from the videos out of your name to Wild MC Limited, that was a violation of paragraph 2 of the temporary injunction order signed by this judge, which is Exhibit 27.
To be honest with you, I don't understand what I've done or what I've violated. I've just done what I've wanted to do. Like, I wanted to make my own business. I wanted to make videos and carry on that way. I didn't know I was violating anything. I didn't know it was a bad thing to continue doing my work.
What caused you to transfer the videos from the Wildcraft channel to Wild MC Limited?
I just wanted to have my own business.
Well, you already had your own business with the Wildcraft channel. So why did you elect to transfer those videos to Wild MC Limited?
I don't understand what you mean by I already transferred Wildcraft as a business. Wildcraft wasn't a business before Wild MC Limited. I'm not understanding what you're trying to say.
All right. Let's take a look at paragraph number 3 of the temporary injunction, where the court said you are restrained from selling or transferring the Frisco property. You see that? 27. It'll come up here in a moment. Paragraph 3, please. Next page. Would you agree that you were not supposed to sell that Frisco property?
I wasn't actually aware that I wasn't allowed to sell my Frisco property.
All right. Well, I guess that's in dispute, because we claim, according to Exhibit 55, you received all of the court orders via email. With that said, take a look at exhibit number 51, page 3297. And I'll represent to you as it comes up. It's a HUD-1 settlement statement dated November 25, 2020, where you are listed as the seller. JMC Property Group is listed as the buyer. You see that?
Yes, I do see that.
All right. So would you agree with me that although Exhibit 27 stated that you were enjoined from selling that Frisco property back on October 15th, 2020, you nonetheless sold that Frisco property on November 25th, 2020, about a month later? True?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Now then, going back to exhibit number 27, paragraph 4, it states that you are restrained from withdrawing, transferring, or dispersing any cash from any financial institution, including banks in foreign countries. It's on paragraph number 4. Do you see that?
Which paragraph?
It's the previous page. Next page. This 1 second, Your Honor. It's the next page, page 2. Something's messed up. Where's page 2 is gone all of a sudden.
Yeah, it goes from 1 to 3. It looks
All
like.
right. I don't know what happened because we had it a moment ago. Anyhow, Your Honor, I'll represent, if the court could take judicial notice of its order, page exhibit 27, page 2, paragraph 4. It states the restrained parties are restrained and enjoined from withdrawing, transferring, dispersing, or otherwise disposing of any cash other than to the judgment creditors or their attorneys. It states this specifically includes withdrawals or transfers from any financial institutions or banks in foreign countries regarding any accounts held by the restrained parties. All right, so Ms. Bone, I now am going to refer you to exhibit number 46, page 160.
Well, I opened the gate.
And we'll get there 1 second.
Little bitty one.
They are, all right. Yes. Yes, sir. You're there, you're too far, too far. There you go. All right, there we go. All right, so Ms. Bone, if you look at the top of page 160 on the left, it has your name on it. It's a Barclays bank account, right?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, so let's take a look at this document for a moment. Oh, let's see, December 1st, 2020, the balance is $395,000. I'm going to round off, okay?
Okay.
All right. Then it appears on December 3rd, you received a deposit in the amount of $66,000. Do you know what that was from?
If I'm completely honest with you, I actually can't remember. There are some payments that go through that I don't really remember, so I can't say if I don't remember.
That's fine. All right, so let's look at the next entry. It talks about a construct title. I'm going to represent to you that that deposit of the $244,000, that was the money that you received from the sale of the Frisco house on December 3rd, 2020. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I believe so.
All right, so that brings your balance now to $706,000. True?
Yes.
Okay. And the money that was coming into this Barclays account, other than that one deposit from the house, was coming from your Freedom Family Multi-Channel Network, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that was due to the monetization of Futuristic Hub, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so then on December 15th of 2020, on this document, there is a withdrawal of $707,000. You see that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, when you made that withdrawal, based upon your testimony and the court's order of Exhibit 27, you violated the court's order when you made that withdrawal. True?
I don't know. I don't understand.
All right. Where did that $707,000 go?
Well, if it was withdrawn, I must have had a savings account I created and put it in the savings account for savings. But that's what I believe I must have put it.
Okay, can you tell us the name of the financial institution that received that $707,000 on or about December 15, 2020?
Do you mean the name of the bank?
Yes, ma'am.
That would be a Halifax.
Can you say that slower or spell it?
Halifax. So it's spelled Halifax, I think.
How long have you had an account at Halifax?
I can't really remember the date I opened that, but I think it was obviously around the time in December if that was withdrawn, because I was interested in making a savings account just for saving purposes.
Does that Halifax account still exist?
Yes, it currently does.
Who's the account holder on that account?
I'm the account holder of that.
Is anyone else an account holder on that account?
No, no one is, no.
What's the current balance in that Halifax account?
Well, I haven't actually checked it for a long time, so I couldn't say, but if you want me to guess, I could guess, but I haven't looked at it lately, so I wouldn't know.
Could you give us a range?
Maybe about 500,000 something, but that's just me guessing.
All right. Is your Halifax account located in Halifax, England, or somewhere else?
Halifax, England. Yes, it's a branch in England. They have branches all over.
Do you know the account number?
No, not from the top of my head. No. This is an account that I don't actually use at the moment. Like I said, it's a savings account. So if it's a savings account, I don't use it. I just have it there in case I need it for savings purposes or whatever.
Do you remember when judgment creditors sent you requests for production of documents, and some of those documents requested were documents related to all of your financial institutional bank accounts from 2012 to the present?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell the court why you did not produce these Halifax bank accounts statements?
Well, when you were asking me about bank accounts, I assumed that you were talking about for business, like business accounts and like money that Futuristic Hub was getting and all the channels were getting. I didn't actually think you were talking about a savings account, but if I would have known that, I would have produced that for you. I had no idea. I didn't know you were talking about other accounts as well as just the business accounts that I had. So I do apologize if I had made an error.
When can you produce those bank account statements to me, since I've asked for them, goodness, probably a year ago?
Well, whenever you would need them. I guess my attorney would. I don't know when would you need them, or what would you need them?
Tomorrow would be great.
Okay, I'll speak with my attorney and get that sorted out for you then.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
I now would like to refer you to exhibit number 51. Page 3294. I'm sorry, 3274. My apologies. All right, so Ms. Bone, on 3274, I'll represent to you, these are some documents concerning the sale of that Frisco house. And would you agree with me that you notified your real estate agent that your address, your email address for the purposes of contacting you was going to be mchorses23@gmail.com? True?
Yes, that is true.
All right. So if the process server, Mr. Zubrus, sent you the petition, the citation, the temporary restraining order, and the new date for the temporary injunction hearing date to that same email address, mchorses23@gmail.com, you should have received it, correct?
Yes, I believe I should have received it. Yes.
All right. And are you telling this court that you did not receive all of those documents that I just referenced from Mr. Zubrus via email on or about October 12th or 13th of 2020?
Yes, I am saying that. Yes.
Okay. Did you discuss the temporary injunction hearing with Mr. Martin, your husband?
Oh no, I had no knowledge of what was going on. No.
Because I think he attended that hearing, didn't he, on October 15, 2020?
I wouldn't know. Like I said, I don't know what he was doing that day.
Okay. Let's take a look at exhibit number 29.
I object to asking questions about marital communications.
Response?
Oh, Your Honor, I'll withdraw the question. It's fine.
Okay.
Exhibit
And-
29, Ms. Bone, is an example of what the Futuristic Hub banner, exhibit 29, banner looks like, right?
Yes.
And that's the banner that you're telling this court that you created all by yourself.
Yes.
All right. So let's take a look at now at exhibit number 30, which is the Wildcraft banner. And would you agree with me that exhibit 29, which was the Futuristic Hub banner, and exhibit number 30, which is the Wildcraft banner, they're the exact same banners, aren't they?
Yes.
And the reason they're the same banners is because you wanted to redirect all of the traffic that you were receiving from the people watching your videos on Futuristic Hub to Wildcraft, so you can continue to monetize the revenue from the channel to the detriment of my client. Is that true?
No, that's not true.
Then why did you upload all of the videos to the Wildcraft channel when the court order said you weren't supposed to do that?
Well, I mean, it's obvious because when I was locked out of Futuristic Hub and Creamworks, I lost everything, and I had to get an income. I had to start over again, and like I had to rebrand everything. And I was also listening to what my attorney had said. He told me to like rebrand and start over, and like I have to make an income. I mean, I don't want to be like having nothing and going to do nothing, because this work is all I know how to do. And talking about this actually kind of upsets me, so I apologize.
Well, I got a real important question, because in December 2020, actually specifically December 22nd, 2020, when you uploaded all of these videos from Futuristic Hub channel to the Wildcraft channel, that's the same time in that Barclays statement that you withdrew $770,000 and put it in your Halifax account, but yet you're telling the court you have no money?
I don't understand what's going on. I need to calm down and think, because I'm just not used to all this.
Can we take a short break, Your Honor?
Yeah, we can take a short break. We'll reconvene in 10 minutes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm not going to close down the Zoom.
Not yet.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started again. Mr. Cap, you are there?
Your Honor, before Mr.
Okay, I'm over
This one.
Your Honor.
No.
Oh. I need to provide it. I need to get Teresa to provide it.
We're having some feedback there.
What's the problem?
I don't know what it is. Hold on.
Okay, turn yours off for a second, Greg. Your Honor, we're having some technical problems. Is it muted? Okay. Your Honor, can you hear me?
Yes.
There you go.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, we're having some technical problems with Mr. Capia's computer, but Your Honor, may I approach the bench? I'll put it like that. Here's the issue. This court has put orders in place. There were issues concerning making certain that Mrs. Holly Bone Martin provided us for financial records. And we're finding out today for the first time that there's a savings account with well over $500,000. We need to know whether or not there are other accounts, and make sure we get production of those accounts by tomorrow. And
so Mr. West, as I understand what you're asking is, can you have a trial amendment in this case to seek a fraudulent transfer claim against Ms. Bone for transferring these funds to this Halifax account?
We already have it, Your Honor. It's already in there.
Oh, it's already in there.
But and not in terms of Halifax, but yes, and yes, you ought to answer the question. In any other financial institution, she just admitted Halifax. We don't know what other financial institutions, as it relates to money markets, retirement, whatever the case may be. We don't know those, so we would need to get that information and then request a trial amendment for those particular institutions. And then, and also, Your Honor, you have put monies in the registry of the court. She has over $500,000 in this particular Halifax account. I'd ask that money be turned over to the court and placed to the registry until a determination is made by this court in terms of this particular case.
Mr. DuBose? Are you there, Mr. DuBose? Mr. DuBose, are you there? Mr. DuBose, can you guys hear me? Mr. West,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Mr. DuBose, are you there? I'm not sure what's going on.
It looks like he's on mute. He's there, but he's on mute.
DuBose, can you hear us? Mr. DuBose, you need to unmute. Mr. DuBose, are you there?
Are the Martins at his office?
I don't think so. Miss Bone, do you know where are you in the United States?
No, I'm in the United Kingdom.
Okay.
That's what he's in. Sure. Let's, one of us. Could we ask the court to call?
Mr. DuBose, what are you doing? You need to unmute.
There we go.
Mr. DuBose, are you there? Mr. DuBose. Mr. DuBose, are you there? Mr. DuBose. Mr. DuBose.
There.
Okay. I heard it. I heard a noise. Mr. DuBose, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. What is your position?
What do you mean, what is my position? I'm not sure. I've missed something here.
So Mr. West has asked that there be a trial amendment. I guess two things I guess you've asked is for additional discovery of these accounts that Ms. Bone has just revealed exist that were not produced. And then the second issue is to have a trial amendment to allow a fraudulent transfer claim against as to any funds that were transferred to the Halifax accounts and deposit those funds in the registry of the court.
I will oppose the trial amendment. The fraudulent transfer is the transfer of funds that belong to Mr. Martin, and her moving things within her accounts is not a fraudulent transfer. I mean, the question is whether or not who owns those videos and who owns the right to it. It seems to me that all that is within this. If the money is there and it came from those videos, then, and if she owns the videos, she's entitled to it, and if not, then they're entitled to it. So I don't think there's any need for a trial amendment. We'll get the documents.
All right, I'm going to allow a trial amendment. I'm going to order that the documents concerning the Halifax account be turned over, and I'm going to order. I think I need more information about where the that there's money in the Halifax account. Where did it come from? Where did the money in the Barclay account come from that was transferred to the Halifax account? I know that part of it was the funds from the sale of the house, but I don't know about the rest of it.
Your Honor, it was my understanding that based on her testimony, the money in the Barclay account came from Futuristic Hub. I mean, Freedom Family. That was the testimony.
You're right. All right, I'm going to order that money be deposited in the registry of the court as well.
Is there going to be a date certain by that occurring, Your Honor?
Your Honor, let's.
May I
hold
finish,
off
Mr.
on
DeBose?
that.
Mr. DeBose, may I finish, sir? May I finish?
Yeah.
I was asking, is there a date certain, like tomorrow, that money be wired to the registry?
As soon as I sign the order, it needs to be transferred.
Okay, Your Honor, the other thing is, and I'm sorry, Mr. DeBose, we don't know about the other financial institutions where she has monies. And we know about Halifax because she testified, and that we know that there's a nexus between Futuristic and also the family. But what about other financial institutions?
I think you need to ask her about that.
Okay, we'll do that. But we will get an order down to the court by the end of the day.
Let's proceed.
Mr. Capua.
Mr. Capua, you're up. We can't hear Mr. Capua.
I'm waiting to have the camera come on.
One more time.
Oh my God. There we go, Your Honor. My apologies. All righty, Miss Bone, you stated in my last question, the Halifax account, where you have an account. What other accounts do you have in any financial institution other than the Halifax account? If you could list them all for me, please.
The only ones that I have are the Revolut ones, the Revolut one, which had the business income for Wildcraft, and my Barclays one, which I still currently have, and Halifax.
All right. The Revolut, is that REVOLUT?
Could you repeat that? Sorry, Revolut?
Is Revolut REVOLUT?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. And what's the account name in Revolut?
It's Hollybone. It has to have a name on the card.
All right. Where's Revolut located?
I got the branch online. It's an online bank.
All right. Does it have a branch in where you're living?
No, there are no branches that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay. So no, there are no physical branches where there's a freestanding building. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay. What's the balance in that account?
I think it's probably anywhere between 200 and something thousand.
All right. And the Barclays.
I need to know where that money came from before, if you want to try to execute on it.
All right. So Miss Bone, the current balance you said was a little bit over $200,000. How are deposits made into the Revolut account?
Sorry, could you say that again?
Regarding deposits into the Revolut account, where do they originate from?
From the Wildcraft payments.
All right, so that would be from, what is that, Elite Alliance, your multi-channel network provider?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, and that's the Wildcraft, that's the one that you transferred to Wild MC Limited. You're the sole shareholder and director with, right?
Yes.
All right. Do you know the account number for the Revolut account?
No.
All right. And the Wildcraft, that's the same channel we've been talking about, where there are videos which we referenced in Exhibit 3 and Exhibit 4 that are being monetized. That's how those deposits make it into the Revolut account, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Now regarding the Barclays account, when I showed you that exhibit, which showed that there was an account balance of 0 in December 2020, has that account balance increased since December 2020?
No, it hasn't.
All right, so what's the account balance of the Barclays account as of today, roughly?
I don't actually know. I don't check money or anything. That's not what I do. I don't do that at all. So I don't know
All
how
right.
to answer these questions when I don't know the answer to them.
So regarding the Barclays account, do you still have that same account number in that exhibit that we were looking at, which was exhibit 46?
Yes, I believe I do.
Okay. Do you have any other accounts at Barclays other than that one in exhibit 46?
No, I don't.
All right. And then we mentioned the Halifax account. That's the third account which you've been testifying to.
Yes.
Any other accounts that you have where you're receiving money from the monetization of the videos that we've been talking about today, other than Revolut, Barclays, and Halifax?
No, there's no other accounts that I have. No.
Those are the only three. Is that what you're telling the court right now?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, we would, just 1 second, Your Honor. Okay. Ms. Bone, can you first tell us, when did you open the Revolut account? What year?
I believe it was most likely last year.
All right, we'll say 2022. When did you open up the Barclays account?
Oh, I've had that Barclays account for a very long time, so I can't remember the date. It just, I got a renewed one, but I've had the same account.
All right, when did you renew the Barclays account?
I believe it possibly could be 2020, but I don't know. I can't answer it because I don't really know.
When did you open up the Halifax account?
I believe it was December of 2020.
Ms. Bone, Royce West, a couple other questions about the account. If you may please
Okay.
record. You have the ability to go online and look at your balances. Is that correct?
Yes, that would be correct.
All right, so you have the ability to also get copies of your statements. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
You have access to those accounts today, correct?
Yes, I would be
So
able
you
to
would
do
be able to
that.
go, you would be able to go online and provide statements for at least 2 years for each one of those accounts, correct?
Yes.
Okay, we're asking you to do that today and get that information to your attorney so your attorney can provide us that information. Do you have any other accounts at financial institutions in your name or in the name of Brian Martin?
No, I don't. Just the
Are you
ones that I said.
Are you certain about that?
Yes, I am very certain.
Okay. What about crypto?
I will say I do apologize for not including Halifax. I generally thought you were just talking about
Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. What about cryptocurrency?
Crypto. What? What's that?
Cryptocurrency, Bitcoins.
No, no, nothing like that.
Okay. Well, we'd ask that you get us that information today. You can get it to us through your attorney.
Okay.
Anything else, guys?
Your Honor, and in terms of the account where you have the, how much was it? $500 balance in one of them and 200,000 in the other one. You're able to wire that money once you get a court order. Is that correct?
I'm sorry. I'm in a bit of shock right now.
Well, we understand. We understand that. What we're saying is this. Because of the person sitting beside you, we're having this trial, okay? It's $800 million.
You're saying you want to take all my income, so I have nothing, and put me up.
Ma'am, I'm not trying to do that. The person sitting beside you initiated all this, okay?
I need this job. I need my fans. I don't care about money. But it's good to have money. It's just I can't not have this job anymore and go on the streets. There's nothing else I can do. I care about my fans. I don't want to lose them.
Again, Your Honor, let's take a break.
No, Your Honor, I'd like to finish this, Your Honor, if the court doesn't mind. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. DeVos, go ahead.
You can smile.
I don't believe she can answer.
Smile, Craig. Smile, Craig. I see you smiling back there, Craig.
I can't do this.
Please.
Guys, are there any other questions that you have, Mr. West?
The only other question is, Your Honor, her ability to be able to wire the money upon getting an order from the court to Mr. DeVos, whether she has the ability to wire the money into the court's registry. So
I believe she does.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. DeBose or Mr. Capio, do you have any more questions?
Oh, yes, I've got more questions, Your Honor. May I proceed?
Again, I think
let's take a quick second here. Let her calm down a little bit.
I would say take a good 15 minutes at least for her to calm down.
We got to finish this trial. Would it be better to maybe go to another witness and let her calm down a little bit? I feel like you guys have gotten, I can't imagine what else you can get at this point. You want to maybe ask Mr. Martin questions or somebody else questions at this point? Unless Mr. DeBose, you want to start cross-examining your client.
I think she's not cross-examinable right now.
Would you be opposed if we just went to another witness for a while, Mr. DeBose?
I don't know who they would go to. You know, I was relying on that they would take the whole day with Ms. Bone.
Well, they gave you the name of 2 witnesses, I thought.
Well,
who's your other witness you're going to call today, Mr. Capua? Maybe.
It's my expert, Mr. Athanasios Posantis. But I was going to have Ms. Bone provide some testimony regarding those videos in exhibit number 4 before I called him. But if you want me to take him out of turn and then call Ms. Bone.
Are you up to continuing to testify, or do you want us to go to another witness for a while?
I mean, what other witness could there be?
I'm sorry?
What other witness could there be? I'm sorry, I'm just.
There's an expert witness who's going to talk about, I think, how these videos are made, as I understand it. So we can have him testify, or we can, if you want to keep testifying, we can do that.
I'll carry on, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'll try.
Mr. Capio, why don't you go ahead with your questions?
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, Ms. Bone, I'm going to refer you to exhibit number 32, please. All right, now, Ms. Bone, exhibit number 32. This is called Futuristic Hubs with an S. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And do you see where it says to the right of that image, hey, everyone, spread the word. I'm not dead, just in a secret area until now. Subscribe to Wildcraft for 2021. You see what I just read?
Yes, I do.
All right. Were you redirecting traffic from Futuristic Hub without the S to a landing page of Futuristic Hubs with the S, so that people would then get redirected again to Wildcraft?
Okay, so when I was taken away from the original channels, I was linked to this. My email was linked to this channel, so I directed my fans so they wouldn't forget me, because my fans mean a lot to me. So I made this video so I know I wouldn't quit on them, because I love making these videos so much that I need to carry on doing this. I can't stop. I'm sorry. Oh, yes.
I request Exhibit 32 be admitted into evidence.
Any objection to Exhibit 32?
No, Your Honor.
Exhibit 32 is admitted.
Ms. Bone, I'll refer you now to exhibit number 33. And I presume your answer would be the same regarding you wanted to tell your fans where you are and to subscribe to Wildcraft, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
33 is already admitted.
Yes, sir. Exhibit 34, Your Honor, I would refer Ms. Bone to. Ms. Bone, would you agree that Exhibit 34 is the Wildcraft channel with the banner at the top, and it lists a lot of different videos which are part of 34, right?
Yes.
All right, and so then when you look at the second page of exhibit number 34, that's the Futuristic banner. And would you agree with me that the same videos on the Futuristic Hub banner on the second page of 34 are the same videos on the first page of 34, which are the Wildcraft channel?
Yes. Yes, I would. Yeah.
And the reason for that is that you uploaded all of the videos on the on the Wildcraft channel that came from the Futuristic Hub channel, right?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Bone, I'm now going to refer you to exhibit number 46. We're going to start with page number 163. This is some financial records that you provided me pursuant to a discovery request concerning an account you had at the Capital One Bank, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And on page 163, the accounting period is June through July 2019. And it shows on June 19th that Freedom Family, which is part of your multi-channel network, deposited the amount of $21,824 into your account, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. I'm now going to reference you to the same exhibit. I'm going to be on exhibit 46 until I tell you otherwise. More specifically, page 110. And it's going to be the same Capital One account. And would you agree on July 22nd, the amount of $31,743 was deposited from Freedom Family, your multi-channel network?
Yes.
Then I'm going to refer you to page 116. Would you agree with me that on August 20th, 2019, the amount of $28,401 was deposited from your Freedom Family account?
Yes.
Then I refer you to page 120. Would you agree with me that the amount of $40,908 was deposited into your account from Freedom Family on October 21st, 2019.
Yes.
I refer you now to page 124, where it states on November 19th, 2019, the amount of $41,800 was deposited into your account.
Yes.
I refer you to page 128, which states that on December 19th, 2019, the amount of $44,210 was deposited into your account.
Yes, that's correct.
I now refer you to page 134, where it states on January 21st, 2020, the amount of $43,000 was deposited into your account from Freedom Family.
Yes.
I then state on page 138, the amount of $53,088 was deposited into your account on February 18th, 2020 from Freedom Family.
Yes.
I then state on page 143, which is March 19th, 2020, the amount of $36,149 was deposited into your account from Freedom Family.
Yes.
I then state on page 146, the amount of $58,712 was deposited into your account on April 20th, 2020 from Freedom Family, right?
Yes.
And then let's go to page 150.
I'm sorry. Let me just...
Right. Page 150 shows a deposit on May 19th, 2020 in the amount of $65,005 from Freedom Family, correct?
Yes.
And all these deposits that I've referenced so far in this Exhibit 46 on your Capital One account was from Freedom Family, which was your multi-channel network, and those monies came from your monetization of revenue from the Futuristic Hub channel, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I now refer you to page 169 of that exhibit. Specifically on August 19th, there's a withdrawal of $556,926. Do you see that?
Yes.
Where did you direct those funds after you withdrew over $500,000 on August 19th, 2020?
I withdrawed them, wired that to my UK Barclays account.
And is that the UK Barclays account that we've been talking about here just shortly ago?
Yes, that is.
All right, so now I'm going to look at page 152 of the same exhibit. It's your Barclays account. And this shows an account was opened on September the 11th, 2020. Do you see that?
Yes, I do see that.
And on September 28th, there was a deposit of $220,737. Because as you can see on this statement, it references US dollars. Do you see that?
Yes, I do see that.
All right. So explain to the court how on August 19th, 2020, you withdrew $557,000 from your Capital One account and you deposited $220,000 into your Barclays account. What happened to the almost $300,000 that isn't reconciled yet? Where did it go?
I'm a bit confused here because it says your currency card deposit account. So that currency account is connected to my Barclays account, which makes it one entire account. So that's why I said it's one entire account, because this account is split into two separate things. This is split into the US account, which is connected also to the UK account. And I have provided these to you. I don't know why they haven't been shown, because these have been provided to you. I gave them to my attorney to provide to you. You should have these.
All right, well, let's start back for a moment. On page 169, you withdrew $500,000 from your Capital One account, August 19th,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Then on September 28th, you deposited $220,000 into your Barclays account, right?
That specific thing there says Freedom Family deposited that into the account. Is that what you're saying?
All right, so that says Freedom Family made a deposit of the $220,000. All right, so where's the bank account statement that references the $500,000 that you deposited into Barclays? Where's that account statement at?
You can try Bone document page 174, which is a different Barclays account.
No, it's all the same account. It's just been
Well,
two.
well, I think. Okay.
All right, well, let's take a look at 174. I'll look at the account number. It ends in 4141. And
the difference is that this is in pounds and not in dollars.
no, sir, I mean, page 152 is in dollars. You're saying page 174 is in pounds.
That's correct. And that's about what it works down to when you take $500,000 and change it into pounds.
All right, well, we'll
So,
get back.
wait, I want to make sure I'm understanding this. So the account that Mr. Capio is just referring to, the $200,000 deposit, was that a $200,000 deposit directly from Family Freedom Fund or whatever it's called? And then this account details the money that came from the Capital One account. Is that how it worked, Ms. Bone?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Okay. All the money ultimately came from Futuristic Hub. All this money originally was for Futuristic Hub and has been transferred in these different accounts. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Ms. Bone, are you telling us that the money from the Capital One account, which you withdrew the $500,000, and the Freedom Family account of $220,000 which is over $700,000, you're telling me that when I look at page 174, which references 411,000 pounds, you're telling me that $700,000 equals
No, that's not what she's saying. I think she's saying the 500,000 is this 412. Is that what you're saying, Ms. Bone?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
And that other 200,000 came directly from your Freedom Fund, so they started paying directly into the Barclay account separately. Is that how it worked, or?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. So, Ms. Bone, is it fair to say that you still have a balance of around $200,000 in that Barclays account that we've been talking about, right?
Not at the moment, no. Like I said, it's either my business or the Halifax account.
All right, so what happened to that money, the $200,000 that you've been testifying about?
Are we talking about the 200,000 in the?
Ms. Bone, let me see if I understand this correctly. So you took all of the money in the not two different accounts, but whatever you want to call them, they're two different accounts. And that's the 700,000 that you transferred to Halifax. Is that right?
Yes, that would be correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ms. Bone, do you receive money from any PayPal accounts?
No, I don't. Not PayPal.
All right, do you receive money from any other accounts other than PayPal related to the monetization of revenue on Futuristic Hub?
No, not that I know of, no.
All right, just one moment, please. All right. Let's go to, we're going to change the topic for a little bit, Ms. Bone. We're going to go to exhibit number 54, which talks about the Frisco real property. If you look at 3553, it's the second page of that document. You'll see 3593, second page. You'll see that that's a cashier's check drawn by Carolyn Martin, paid to herself, Carolyn Martin, in the amount of $389,932, February 4th, 2019. You see that?
Yeah, I do see that.
All right. Now I want to go to, and who's Carolyn Martin?
Carolyn Martin, she's my mother-in-law.
Let's go to exhibit number 53. And I want to start at page 3786. I'll represent to you that these documents we're going to be looking at are from the JP Morgan Chase account. And 3786 references Carolyn Martin's account at Chase Bank. And you see on there, there's an account with two names. Who are they? Can you read those for us?
Yes, I do see that. It says Carolyn Marie Martin and POD Brian Martin, but I will say I don't know what these are. I don't know what you're showing me.
That's fine. I'll represent POD means payable upon the death. And so this document appears to show that Carolyn Martin and Brian Martin have an account at Chase Bank, right?
I guess so. It seems so.
All right. Now let's go to 3789. Chase Bank shows that on February 4th, 2019, there was a deposit into Carolyn Martin's account in the amount of $389,932. You see that? The beginning balance was zero. And that cashier's check we looked at a moment ago, that was deposited into this account. That sound right?
Yes, that's what I've seen. Yes.
All right. And so let's go to 3792. And you'll see that Carolyn Martin actually endorsed that cashier's check that we saw a moment ago. Okay. And then when you go to 3791, you'll see that a deposit slip was made on February 4th, 2019 for that cashier's check of $389,932 into the Chase Bank account. Okay, see that?
Yes.
All right. Now we're going to go to page 3824. And we're still talking the same account. Now we are looking at January 16th, 2020. Okay, so at this point in time, where are you living in January 2020?
I believe I was living in Texas.
All right, were you living in an apartment?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Okay. And according to this transaction detail on January 16th, the amount of $3,400 was wired into the Republic Title of Texas account. You see that?
Yes, I do see that.
And it references that 12452 Cajun Drive, Frisco address, which we were talking about earlier, right?
Yes.
So was this earnest money for the house that you claim Miss Martin bought for you, but not for her son?
To be honest with you, I really don't know what I'm looking at, Mr. Capua.
Okay. So let's take a look at 3826. So it appears about 9 days later, same Chase account. Now we're on January 27th, 2020. There's a wire from Miss Martin's account to Republic Title of Texas in the amount of $336,584.98. Do you see that?
Yes, I do see that.
Okay, and that was for the completion of the purchase price for the Frisco address property, right?
Yes.
Do you remember how much was paid for that Frisco property house?
Well, I would assume that it's what's there. I don't know.
If I told you around $340,000, would that sound correct to you?
Yes.
All right, so let's take a look at 3840. Same account from Chase Bank. And it appears that there was a balance of $110,000 in August of 2020. And then all that money was withdrawn to zero, right? You see
Yes,
that?
I do see that, yes.
Right. And that was the same account that Brian Martin was a signatory on, right?
Yes.
All right.
I will object to characterizing that as an account on which Mr. Martin was a signatory. Pay upon death means that if she dies, he received it. You will notice that the name of the account is only Carolyn Martin.
Let's go to exhibit number 22.
Okay. So noted.
Just one second. Okay, Ms. Bone, exhibit 23 is a general warranty deed from the previous owners of the Frisco property house, the Farrells, to you, correct?
Yes, that seems so.
And it looks like on page 1726, the next page, that warranty deed was signed on January 27, 2020, right?
Yes.
And then when you go to 1729, which is the third page of that exhibit, it shows the buyer's final settlement statement. As you as the buyer, right?
Yes.
The total consideration appears that you paid, or I should say Miss Carolyn Martin paid $339,990 for that Frisco house, right?
Yes.
And you signed page 1729, right?
Yes.
Did Miss Martin tell you why she was going to spend $340,000 on a house and put it in your name, but not her son's name?
No, she didn't. She just offered it to me as a gift. And that's it. I just took it as a gift.
Let's look at exhibit 28. So you moved in, I guess, in January 2020, right? Into the Frisco property house?
Yes, I would say so.
At some point in time, you elected to sell that Frisco property house, right?
Yes.
Do you recall when you wanted to sell the house?
Well, I was starting to get homesick, so it was around the time that I was thinking about being homesick, because I miss the UK. So it was probably barely maybe a month or two in. I just wasn't really settling in.
So you're saying you wanted to sell the Frisco property house around March 2020?
Yeah, I could say so, yes.
Did you want to sell the Frisco house for any other reason other than you were getting homesick?
Not that I can think of. I do remember in August of 2020, Brian telling me about his lawsuit thing that he had, and that was actually kind of the last straw. I didn't want to have to deal with that. But then that's when we were getting into that divorce stuff. But I didn't want that to be the reason why we had to split apart. So he came to the UK with me to live here.
All right. Exhibit 28 is a general warranty deed from you to the buyer, JMC Property Group, on November 27, 2020, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Staying in that same exhibit, a few pages later, on 3270, it's the HUD 1 regarding the sale of the house from you to the JMC Group. Do you see that?
Yes, I see that.
And that settlement date is November 25th, 2020, right?
Yes.
How much did you sell that Frisco property house for?
I believe it was 200 and something thousand.
Well, if you look at line 101 on the Bowers transaction side, you'll see you sold that Frisco property house for $250,000, correct?
Okay, yeah, I do see that, yes.
And you told us earlier that Carolyn Martin wired you $340,000 to buy that house, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Why did you take a $90,000 loss in about 10 months regarding that Frisco property house?
Okay, so this was a time where I was dealing with this in the UK, and I was also in the process of finding a house for myself to live in the UK. I don't really know what was going on, but a lot of people were dropping out of like buying the house, and I didn't know what was going on. So I just did it with a quick purchasing house company because of that. And also when I was in the process of purchasing a new house here, in order to reclaim the stamp duty land tax that I paid to get a house, I had to sell it in a period of time of 1 year. So I just wanted to get that over and done with.
So let me show you now exhibit number 52, page number 3310. And as it's being brought up, I'll represent to you, this is a broker price opinion of the Frisco house. And is that the house you lived in for about 10 months on page 3310?
For 10 months?
Well, you bought it in January, you sold it in November, but you moved out in August, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So while you owned it for 10 months, this is the house we're talking about, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Let's go to page 3312. We established earlier that HUD 1, where you sold your Frisco house, was November 27, 2020, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And you sold it for $250,000, right?
Yes.
You see this broker's price opinion, it shows that the house on that date was worth $332,000. You see that?
Yes, I do see that.
So you sold that house for $80,000 under the market value, right?
Yes, I did. I don't see how price matters. Like I said, I don't care about the cost of things. If I lost a profit, it doesn't matter. I don't care about money. I just wanted to do it how I wanted to do it. I see here it says that it's worth more. However, it didn't matter to me because I'm not interested in money. It's not. I don't see why I would have to be interested in it like that.
Well, that money that Carolyn Martin used to buy that house for you, that money really came from Brian Martin. Wouldn't you agree with that?
No, I would not.
All right. So you you dispute that money came from overseas and made it to the Bank of America account, which made it into the Chase account, and then made it to Republic Title. You don't think that transaction came down that way?
Well, as far as I was aware, it was my mother-in-law's money. I didn't know anything about anything before that. I
right.
can't answer that.
Let's take a look at exhibit number 24. '24 is a petition for divorce that you filed as a petitioner, right?
Yes, that is correct.
You filed it in Collin County, Texas,
Yes.
and you were represented by counsel, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And I think you already stated why you filed that petition, right?
Yes.
Any other reasons other than what you've testified to so far as to why you filed a petition for divorce against Brian Martin?
No, there's no other reasons.
So that event occurred on August 7, 2020. And then when we look at exhibit number 25, 10 days later, you file a notice of non-suit of that petition, correct?
Yes, I did.
And why did you file that notice of non-suit 10 days later?
After a lot of thinking, it's hard on me because I fell in love with Brian for him, and the fact that this lawsuit that he was in would be the destruction of that just wouldn't be right. So I didn't want to go through with it. I still love him.
Guys, we need to take a quick break. I'm going to talk to the attorney.